What's happening, everybody? We are back, and today I'm going to cut this off, get that O2 welded onto the other exhaust somewhere. We're going to figure out where we're going to put it. I'm not exactly sure how. I know this thing needs to be at least an inch off, and that's definitely not an inch. So what I thought about doing was slicing it right here, slicing it right here with the bandsaw we got hiding back there. And then probably, like, I don't know, slice it off here, slice it off there. Basically, I want to make it to where, like, I can lay it on top and we can just go a seam around it. Or I may just actually, like, I'll probably just cut it off right here and, like, grind it down. Have just the nub. I'm lazy. I don't want to go buy another one. I know I could just go get a nut and weld the nut onto this pipe over here. And we could just thread it in that way. But the nice thing about this here is it's already rounded, and so it will fit the contour of the pipe, and I won't have to try to weld, flat. It's nice and round right here. Should be something I can make work. So that is today's plan. I'll let you know how it goes. All right, here's an update of where I'm at. So I chopped it off, and then, as you can see, I chopped the other part of it off. I mean, if you really want to watch footage of a bandsaw, you can. I'm not going to do that to you, though. Okay, so, update. I got this thing pretty much cleaned up as best as I'm going to that I care about. Now this, very simply just snakes down inside there. See, it barely clears now that things have changed a little. Actually, we got more clearance than what it looks like. Actually, quite a bit more clearance than what it looked like from up here. So that shouldn't be an issue. And it looks like steering clears just fine as well, so that's good. Now, keep in mind, this is the first time that I'm seeing this with the lowering motor mounts on there, so I wasn't exactly sure if my downpipe location was going to be adequate. All right. Oh, look at that. That's perfect. Absolutely perfect. And then we can use a little indicator right there, but man, that's flawless. That'll be a perfect spot to put the O2 sensor. So we'll just throw that pretty much on top. I'm going to grab a pen and mark that real quick. All right, so I pulled the downpipe off, and you can see that's where I made a bunch of nasty markings. That should be perfect. I guess we'll bring it over here. I don't know, where are we going to do? I guess we'll just do it right here. Because I know that's going to sit kind of slightly off kilter like that. And we were able to see on camera the burn mark right there. Yeah, we know it was about like that. Whoop, there we go. So I'm just going to go ahead and get that set up. Give me a moment, and I'm going to decide how exactly I want it. Because we really only get one good shot at this. And then if I screw it up, I screw up everything. So let me think for a minute. What's up, everybody? It's your favorite monkey, me. And here we are today to finish talking about the exhaust before I get it installed. Now, I know what you're thinking. Why isn't it in yet? Well, it's because we need to have a talk about something that's very crucial, and I think it's something important that most people don't talk about, and that is the oxygen sensor. This is the Bosch 4.9 LSU wideband. I'm not sure if I said that all properly. It might be LSU 4.9. I believe that's what it is. Regardless, this here is a post-catalytic converter oxygen sensor off my V10. And the reason why I have this here today is because I want to use it as an example to show you something really neat, and then also talk about oxygen sensor placement. So hopefully I had that in frame. And the reason I want to use this sensor to compare is because I want to show you that first off, they're the exact same length, okay? So with that in mind, let me show you first off how you would go about fooling your oxygen sensor using a spark plug defouler. What I did was cut the bottom of it out, as you can see there. It's a little rusty, but I haven't, because it doesn't matter. Anyways, I cut the bottom of it off where normally there would be a small hole, and if you don't know what a spark plug defouler is, go check it out. It's really simple. It's in the name. this has the same thread pitch as the oxygen sensor does. Okay, so as you can see in there, the oxygen sensor does not come out, therefore it does not see any dirty air, and it'll tell you that the post-cat signal is good, but it still allows it to get hot, so it'll trip the heater. That way it tells the computer, hey, your oxygen sensor is working, but because it doesn't see any dirty air, you won't get your check engine light. So that's just the first part there, okay? And then, you know, this would be the O2 bung. You can see it just goes in there, and that's how that would normally go in the stream, okay? Let's take this out for a moment, and let's talk about this guy. So now that we're done talking about how to get rid of your check engine light with your catalytic converter delete, or if your cat's bad, or I don't know, whatever reason, if you're trying to get rid of it because of catalytic converter code, that's how you do that. And since we're talking about race cars, that would be deleting the catalytic converter and still using the stock computer system. Now, in this case, we're talking about the wideband and where we're going to install it here. So the part of the footage that I had just lost, which is rather frustrating, I went through and I measured this, and I showed you guys that this was exactly 24 inches right here, and that's why I drilled my hole just after it. Also because I wanted to avoid if there were to be any pinhole leaks anywhere, these all slide into each other, and this is welded on the inside as well as the outside. There's not any leaks in here. I even did a small vacuum test on it myself, and it's perfect. So if for some reason the V-band flange were to leak, we shouldn't have anything that really affects the O2 sensor going into here. Obviously, we're not using this one. The wideband is what will go in. And, you know, before I place that in there, I wanted to make sure that it was in a location that it wasn't going to hit anything, it wasn't going to get too hot, we weren't going to have any issues. This does need to be at a 15-degree angle, and it does need to be 15 degrees away. And the reason why is because gas usually rolls when it comes out, it doesn't just push out, and the volume is going to fill this whole pipe. It's not like it's just going to go one little area. Yeah, the bendies and the ribs and the whatever, I don't really care that much. This is temporary unless it works real well. If it works real well, I don't care. I did measure this as well, and where they had the stock O2 sensor sitting there, you know, this guy that I pulled out, it was sitting about right here, and all these are equal length. It was 18 inches exactly. It even goes to show you that the manufacturer for an NA model puts it 18 inches away, and I would guess that for a turbo motor, they probably put it 24 inches. And again, that's just to avoid the heat of the turbo, and because, you know, a lot of times when it gets too hot like that, it'll give you a false reading because the O2 sensor is trying to fight heat and it's trying to understand everything that's going on, and really it just needs to read, you know, the oxygen quality. It's not reading if you're, you know, it's not called a too much gas sensor. It's not called a not enough gas sensor. It's literally only reading the oxygen that's in the track, okay? So there it is. Everything, I'm going to get that under there, get it welded up. This will happen tomorrow. The exhaust will be done tomorrow. The likelihood is we are going to start this beast tomorrow. Not worried about hooking the catch can up right away just to give it a start up. Look, I know there's some of you guys that are really chomping at the bit to see this thing run, and I can't tell you how bad I want to see it run too. I didn't put all this work into it, and you know, spend the last basically month just constantly building this little car to do nothing with it. I've been talking with quite a few companies. Oh, did I get something in my foot? Yeah. Ow. That hurts. Those are... That's why you don't wear flip-flops when you're doing machine work. That was metal shaving. That sucked. So yeah, I've been talking with a lot of companies about possible sponsorships in the future. Just been talking with a lot of companies that I like their stuff and I want to use it. That was me. And yeah, you know, it's this car has a lot of future for me. I don't want to just blow it up like I did with this one and then sit and take a year to tinker with it. You know, we've got engines on stands, we've got engines on stands, and there's lots of things. This, you know, once this car is running again, and I don't plan, you know, I do need to weld the diff. That's it. Pull that, you know, do this stuff, dial it up. We may see another video or two about this, talking about intercooler piping. I need to shorten some of it and do a little bit here. I may just do it and then show you guys. I'm not really sure. I'm trying not to drag this out too terribly much. Today being my son's birthday, you guys just got what you got, and hopefully you're happy with it. And you know, this is mainly just to kind of show you the little bit that I did do today. I did film a video with my son about putting together his big wheel. He was really excited. He actually wanted to do that because he wanted to show everybody that, you know, he makes videos and he builds stuff too. It was really cute. It was the first thing we ever built together. So that's what most of today was consumed with, was, well, making him happy. He does stay home with me every day, and I come out here and dick around with my car quite a bit. And unfortunately, you know, he's 4 now, but he's still not quite big enough to when I have the car up in the air. And then I couldn't watch him when he's getting into crap, and it wouldn't matter if I had it put away or not. He'd be getting into it anyway. So that's today's video. Thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. If you have any questions, comment. Yeah, you know, if you like it, thumbs up, and subscribe if you're not already. You're welcome to follow me at monkey.wrenchin on Instagram. Be sure to check out all my buddies. I've said them before. You got 802 Garage. You got Wide Open Throttle Garage. You got Rust Belt Garage. You got Cars Simplified. You got Vegas Boost. Go check out Vane Engine Stands. He's getting ready to do some cool stuff with his YouTube as well. And I mean, anyone else that you might see me talk to on Instagram, if you see me go back and forth with quite a few people or something like that, make sure to hit them up too, and just, you know, let me know what you think about their stuff. Take care. Peace.